Welcome to 17 Minutes with Sal. ECR All Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to another episode of ECR All Talk Radio. Again, our guest in the booth is none other than Johnny B. Johnny B, say hello.
Good morning.
Howdy.
And this weekend's guest is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Baggin' Bucks. How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Great.
Pretty good. Drinking some cold coffee. I hate that shit.
Nice.
Start off with some questions here, Mr. Baggin' Bucks. Tell us your name and a little bit about yourself.
Andrew Bagg from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I work construction stuff and try to get on and do some good racing on ECR at night to get away from life.
It's always good.
Oh,
Can we have your social security number and your blood type too? Is that okay?
I don't know it. My parents took it from me at a young age. Sorry.
Now, with that said, how long have you been with ECR?
Just over a year now. I joined in, I think it was May of last year. Truck race first, and been doing trucks and Xfinity and some cup races when I have time, but I don't think I've missed hardly any races in the truck Xfinity since I've joined, so that's good.
Now,
How are you doing in the points in those divisions?
In the trucks right now I'm fourth, and in Xfinity I think I'm eighth, so not too bad. Just can't get that first win. I've yet to win an ECR, and I keep trying and getting. I've had a couple of close ones, but I let them slip away, so that's all right.
It's tough to get a win in ECR.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things I love about racing here is the competition. I mean, there's some of the fastest guys in the game in here, and if you win, you beat the best of the best, and
That
that's
used to be
why
one of our
it means so
taglines,
much
actually.
to me.
Appreciate that.
Nice. Yeah.
yeah, the tagline used to be "best damn guys in the game" or something like that.
Yeah. Stam drivers in the game, something like that.
So you race all three series, Bucks? Is that correct?
Yeah, I kind of a part-time on the cup. I just got a lot of stuff going on with. I have my daughter and every other weekend, and just trying to spend time with family and friends and stuff on the weekend too. So, but
Well,
half of them in the cup, I say.
weekends are. Luckily, we got 2 weeks off, and we do that every year. We try to develop a schedule where there's at least 2 weeks off, somewhere around mid-season and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you led into one of my questions as far as your wins. You don't have across the whole entire platform. You don't have any wins, Xfinity Truck Cup.
No, I been close a few times. Been passed in the last lap for the lead, and been really close. Just can't quite get there. So had some really
Seal the
fast
deal.
cars, especially here lately, but just can't quite put the whole race together. So, but we'll get it.
You always got to have faith, and like you said, Johnny, just the other week you asked a guy a question about how did he hear about ECR. I don't want to take that question from you, Johnny. You want to go ahead and ask Bucks some questions about how he found ECR and whatnot?
Go, Bucks. How about it? How'd you hear about us?
Actually, South posted something on one of the NASCAR community pages, and I had been racing nonstop. I mean, and offline doing the career mode and online with some of those terrible lobbies. And I messaged him and I was like, hey, how would I get involved in something like this? And I took my test like an hour later, and I raced. I think it was the next night in the truck race, and I think I actually finished like third or fourth,
Nice.
and been there ever since. It's that Facebook. I mean, you can
Social
find a lot
media,
of
baby.
people. Yeah, it's just so hard. Like from what my experience with it though is to find people that are actually be dedicated to it and show up every week. I mean, but we have. I mean, since I've been here, we've found quite a few really good drivers and a lot of guys that weren't great, but they've come a long way since I've been here, and that's another credit to ECR is people always willing to help others out, and all the practices and stuff that Unworn and other guys do, and I mean all that stuff helps. So I mean I know it's been a big part of me getting faster. So
ECR has always been more or less like a family like that. That's one of our
yeah,
things was
yeah, I know when I was going through a rough time, how I think it was end of last summer. I mean, some of the guys on here were more than willing to just talk to me about things and try to invite me to go do races and stuff at night and just to get my mind off of things, and that meant a lot to me. So
Well, we love the race too. So now,
yep.
speaking of your racing with all three series, you just recently had a car change. What are your vehicles and your that you're racing now as far as the series and the Cup Series, Xfinity, and truck?
In the Xfinity, I'm driving the 7 car now. I always been a fan of Hendrick Motorsports and Junior Motorsports, so when the opportunity arose to have one of those cars, I definitely wanted that. And in the trucks, I have the 42 or the 24 truck. I've had that for I don't know a few months now. I don't know something about that truck. I really like it. One of the when that truck opened up and somebody switched, I jumped on that opportunity as well. And actually, just last week, the week before, in trucks, or in Cup, I switched to the 20 car. Uh, I don't know exactly why I did it. I just decided I wanted a change, and none of the Hendrick cars were open, so I took that and decided to see how that works out, and
Well,
maybe next year I can get one of those Hendrick cars, though.
your debut in the 20 didn't go quite the way you were expecting it. That car got put on the hauler. It was there wasn't a flat spot on the whole thing. I don't believe. With that said, the 24 that you drive in the truck series looks an awful
Yeah.
lot like the 25, and during the races, I get you cats confused. I'm hoping when the new schemes come out that those two vehicles are totally different in the way they look, because right now they look identical, other than obviously the number.
Yeah, and I mean, like in the truck series in real life, that 24 truck's got several paint schemes they've ran this year, so hopefully those will be in the new game, and it'll allow us to have some more noticeability and make them different. So hopefully that'll help.
Now,
even about the paint scheme.
yeah, the hopefully we get a lot. I hope we don't have to unlock paint schemes in the new game, but leading into one of your questions, or one of your answers you said a while ago, Bucks. You've been with ECR just over a year now, and with that under your belt, you're already making waves as far as you were an admin, co-admin over there with LaFarve in the Truck Series, and with some recent developments and switching stuff around, it has opened up that you're going to switch over to the Xfinity Series and help out with Phil Killer, and again be a co-admin over there and help him out. Go through that with us and explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, I had worked with LaFave, I don't know, 6 months or so in the trucks, probably longer than that, and I ran the ECR Truck Series in the Winter Cup and the Winter Cup for the Cup Series, and I really enjoyed doing it. Uh, and then when the opportunity came up to with the Xfinity, I really wanted to get involved with that. I mean, I think sometimes fresh eyes can help make things better. I mean, in every series, I mean, it's always a good thing, and I just felt like I could come in and help Field Killer, and between the two of us, we could do some improvements and stuff that he hadn't thought of, and learn some stuff that from him myself that I'd never thought of, and I'm very excited about it. I think that the Xfinity Series is one of the more fun series to race in the game, and it seems like we usually have a pretty good turnout. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm excited about the future in the Xfinity Series. I feel like we can have a very competitive and just all across the board fun series. So it should be a good time.
Now, Johnny B, do you got your phone pulled up right now? Can you see the questions that are coming in through the live Facebook post?
Actually, I wasn't on Facebook.
You got a pretty big following there, Bucks, and one of you guys you might want to get a shout out to is Kane Lee. I don't know who that guy is. Does he even race with us?
He does, just he hasn't. From what I've talked to him, he's just went through a recent move and needs to get himself a new Xbox. His Xbox got broken in the move, and according to what
Oh,
I
that's
understand, he's going to be
Texas
joining us
boy.
here again soon.
That's
Or whatever,
Texas boy, right?
No comment. I I don't know.
Looking at the
No,
face.
he's a Novocaine.
Oh, that's right, Novocaine. Dang.
Yeah, Texas boy. Yeah, that's not Kane.
Well, again, guys, on the live feed, if you have any questions for bagging Bucks, please post them on there. We'll get to them as soon as possible. No one's asking any kind of questions, which is goofy. Come on, guys. Let's get with it and start asking Bucks some questions. All right, Bucks. Johnny's got a couple questions for you real quick. Johnny, you want to ask old Bucks over here?
I don't know. Should we play the 48 seconds or Bucks? No, wait. Actually, what is your favorite division in ECR out of all four? What's your favorite?
Oh, probably the Xfinity, but I really enjoy Xfinity and the trucks. Um, I don't know. I really enjoy driving both vehicles, and it's always such good racing. I mean, like I said, I enjoy Racing Cup. I just don't have the time, as much time, I guess, to put into getting the setups and getting my cars as fast. Like I said, lately here in the um, Xfinity and the trucks, I've been much faster and competing for wins, and just seems like I can't quite get it together there. But yeah,
Speaking of that, now,
probably
out of those
Xfinity's my
divisions,
favorite.
I'm sorry, out of those divisions, which ones are you doing better in? Truck or the Xfinity car?
As far as points, the trucks, I feel like, as far as overall speed, I feel like I've been better in Xfinity cars, but I always seem to manage. Well, I've had a rough few weeks here, but I usually manage to have a pretty good finish in the trucks, and I think that's a big top 5 in points. So, yeah.
It's outstanding.
Now, what Johnny was speaking of just a second ago, we are starting to introduce this new little thing we do now. It's called 48 Seconds with Johnny B. It's a little trivia game, and there's 5 questions. If you do well, you don't get a bonus question. If you do poorly, you get a bonus question. Poorly is only getting 2 correct. Now we've only played it once so far. Your
And who had the
co-racer,
two correct answers?
your
First time
co-racer DP answered
E.
2. He answered 2 correctly, so he
2 out of
and
5.
and he got a bonus question, and he missed his bonus question too. So, are you
And he
ready
failed
to play?
miserably on the bonus. Yeah.
Are you ready to play
I might.
48 seconds with Johnny B?
Oh yeah, I'll give her a shot.
Ding ding
Great.
ding 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 ding
This is all
ding.
NASCAR trivia. Okay? That's all it is. All right, here we go. What driver was born in Las Vegas, Nevada, August 4th, 1978?
78. Kurt Busch.
Go. Bam! Number 1. Yes, sir. Finished. Kurt Busch finished 3rd in 2002 points in the standings. Yes, you're right. Kurt Busch. Okay, now you heard of the Young Guns back in the day? Kurt Busch, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Tony Stewart, and Matt Kenseth.
Yep.
This question is kind of like for those guys. Which of these drivers won Rookie of the Year 2000?
Matt
Kurt
Kenseth.
Busch. Bam! 2. You Googling this?
No, I know my NASCAR for the most part, especially that era.
DP, he's
2
doing pretty good.
so far.
2 out of
Question
2.
number 3. Bobby Allison had a brother that also drove race cars. His name was Bobby
Donnie?
Allison's brother. Donnie. Ding, 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 ding. That's 3. All right. Number 4. After using up his tires, what driver said, "I'll apologize to them after they get me to the front"? I'll apologize to them after they get me to the front.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that one is.
Hey, that is Dale Earnhardt. Intimidator.
Should have known that.
That time you got one wrong.
All right, number 5. Jeff Gordon won his blank Winston Cup Championship in 2001. Jeff Gordon won his blank Winston Cup Championship in 2001.
I believe it was 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. No,
Close. 4th.
4th.
It's 4th. Yeah, it's 4th championship. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt are tied with 7 Winston Cup championships each. Jeff is right behind them with 4. All right, great. You're the best so far.
Well, he's falling in the category where we can go ahead and give him a bonus question.
Okay. Usually the bonus questions are easy, so I'm just letting you know it's not too stressful. The bonus questions are kind of easy. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who is known as the king of stock car racing?
Richard Petty.
Bam! Congratulations. I believe that's what is that? That's right. Got to be a record or so.
He's at 40 points.
He missed one. He missed one question and the bonus question he picked up, so did quite well.
Yay.
Well, we're getting ready. Obviously, when the trivia breaks out, we're getting ready to end the podcast here. Bucks, do you have any questions for any of the guys for Elite Cup Racing? Any statements?
All I say is I'm looking forward to finishing up this season with everybody and seeing how I can do in points and see who wins the championships in all 3 series. And I'm very excited about the new game and new season with everybody. So
Looks pretty good.
Should be a good time.
I've seen a couple shots of it. Looks like it's enhanced graphically anyway.
Well,
yeah, hopefully they fix some of the little bugs, but overall,
Hey, we got a track
it's
map,
a
I
fun
heard.
game. Yeah.
be careful of
That means we're gonna get it. Track bar too, or what?
No track bar as far as what I've been told. But the one thing I'm really digging so far from what I've heard is the engine sounds. They sound like a Harley Davidson, you know what I mean? So, but
Yeah, what I've seen, that the cars look like they're pretty stable too.
yeah, it looks good. It's promising. Hopefully, there's no bugs when it first comes out. So, with that said,
There will be.
we're going to go ahead and end this podcast. Bag and Bucks, thank you so much for the time and effort that you put into ECR. And we only hope
Thanks,
that
Bags.
we're giving you everything that you're giving us. And we appreciate your admin abilities and just helping out all the way around, man.
Yeah, thank you guys for the opportunity to be involved. I appreciate it. It's fun.
Nice.
That's
ECR, baby.
another episode of ECR All Talk Radio with special guest Johnny B and none other than Bag and Bucks. Say bye, Bucks.
Later.